How's it going, everybody? It's Rad. So yeah, welcome to the first NFL draft preview I'm going to be doing in the coming days. So yeah, in today's draft preview, we're going to go ahead and look at offensive line players because Detroit needs to look at upgrading that offensive line. So yeah, this year's offensive line class, they were anywhere from a B to a C minus. So there could be some good pieces in there as long as, they fit a scheme perfectly. But yeah, enough talk. Let's just go ahead and let's jump into our offensive prospects this year. Got a few in line, so let's go ahead. So the first offensive line we have is Jonah Williams out of Alabama, the top offensive tackle prospect. Jonah sits 6'5", weighs 301 pounds, had a 40-yard dash time of 5.02. Some strengths about him: extremely quick off the snap. Demonstrates terrific timing and anticipation. Knee bender who understands angles of leverage. Terrific athleticism, gains his second level in the run game. Excellent job of keeping his feet pounding through contact and sustain his leg drive. Maintaining balance on counter moves and collisions. Demonstrates nice low stance, solid footwork, and sound technique. Kick step technique he has allows him to handle the outside edge rusher. Has the ability to recover and regain balance even when he does get beat in the best of is part of what he makes him so good. He takes good angles in the second level. Mechanic is an upper body and lower body are constantly working in sync. But yeah, continuing on with this, he shows excellent leadership and characteristics. Demeanor in the trenches, overall skill set will make coaches extremely excited about him. He's your prototype intangible lineman. Some weaknesses Jonah has: he can actually work up too much steam working in the open field and will miss his second level blocks. Aggressiveness can lead to borderline wild and sloppy mechanics on occasion. Can sometimes get off his blocks too early at times. He'll usually go for double down and try to combo block when he should just focus on his initial assignment. He could benefit from bulking up about 12 to 15 pounds, though. There have been some whispers about Williams being dubbed as soft entering the draft in the community. So there is some flaws here, so maybe possibly weight management problems too, which that's usually a red flag for a lot of NFL GMs. But overall, Jonah Williams, very solid lineman. His comparison is to Jake Matthews of the Atlanta Falcons. So yeah, that is Jonah Williams for this year. Next offensive line we're going to look at is Greg Little out of Mississippi. Stands 6'5", 325 pounds, had a 40-yard time of 5.23. Some strengths about him: prototypical size and strength, along with a nice wide stance and solid footwork. Physical player who demonstrates a strong hand punch and covers a lot of ground with his kick stride. Aggressiveness and balance are two of his greatest strengths. Ability to handle counter moves and pass protection. Able to handle one-on-one on the edge with just about anyone. Can also generate a strong push and run game. Dropped 20 pounds after his freshman year, which helped improve his quickness, flexibility, and endurance. Maintaining his strength. He has also good bloodlines. His father, Derek Little, played linebacker at South Carolina, was drafted in the 6th round by the Buccaneers in 1989. So second-generation football player. Greg Little is your prototypical pass-blocking offensive lineman, so he's good to protect the quarterback. Some weaknesses he has, he'll have to work on improving his hand placement, so he's sloppy with his hands, as well as his line of sight against moving targets while making the transition to the next level. Of course, again, poor hand placement means he can get too far outside the pads, allows defenders to easily discard of him. Shows limited bend and flexibility. Occasionally will get stood upright. He has made some strides in the footwork department, but there is still room for improvement. Yes, of course, always room for improvement everywhere, no matter what. Whenever he makes a big mistake, he may linger on the next few plays. So anytime he gets beat or messes up badly, it's just going to destroy his confidence for a couple plays. So there's some confidence issues there. So if we get him, we're going to have to try and find ways to keep his confidence up, of course. He is built a little high cut, but as well proportioned with very long arms, natural big frame to match his long limbs. His weight may need to be monitored. because in college he fluctuated anywhere from 320 pounds to 340 pounds. So also he has weight issues too. His NFL comparison is to Dwayne Brown of the Seattle Seahawks. So yeah, former Seahawk. And we all know that Darrell Reveille, the offensive coordinator for the Lions, used to be the offensive coordinator for the Seahawks. So some good connections there. But yeah, that's Dwayne Brown. That's Greg Little for you. So our next offensive lineman is Jawan Taylor from Florida. He sits 6'5", 328 pounds. Had a 40-yard time of 5.46. Some strengths about him. He possesses excellent size and above-average bend. Not an athlete by any means, but able to sidestep and cover his assigned space laterally due to sound technique. He has nice mirror skills and pass protection and shows the ability to be a road grader. In the run game with his devastating blocks, plays with infectious energy that teammates thrive off of and spends a lot of time in the film room according to his coaches. So yeah, he's a pretty good lineman. He can always study, so he always knows, so he always studies to find ways for improvement. Some weaknesses, he can sometimes stick his foot off the gas pedal at time and needs to consistently sound his assignment through the whistle, so he has some consistency issues. Then again, any young player that comes in the league has consistency issues. But Taylor, he can struggle with faster, quicker pass rushers on the edge. At one point, he weighed as much as 385 pounds and had to drop 50 pounds to get a scholarship to Gainesville. So, making sure he keeps his weight in check is part of this deal. So, he has weight issues also. Another player with weight issues, damn. He owns somewhat sluggish feet, compensates with sound technique. Especially in pass blocking, he has room for improvement with his hand usage, though. Of course, again, always room for improvement. In his NFL comparison is to Joe Barksdale of the Arizona Cardinals. But yeah, solid lineman from Jawan Taylor. Could possibly get him in the second round as a steal. We're just going to have to wait and see how this goes. Next player we have here is Caleb McGarry out of Washington. He sits 6'7", 321 pounds, had a 40-yard time of 5.27. Caleb McGarry, he is your prototype run-blocking offensive lineman, and since Darrell Reveille is very heavy in the run block, that could really be helpful here if we're going to go all in with the run game. But some strengths about McGarry. At 6'7", he's a mammoth imposing presence. He uses his brute strength to overpower opponents, allows him to excel in run blocking. Part of the game he likes the best. He also boasts tremendous agility, has a 35-inch vertical jump. Weight is distributed so well over his frame that he looks like a tight end. He started playing right tackle the past 4 years with 53 games. Started 47 of them. Demonstrated the necessary athleticism to be an upper echelon starting right tackle at the next level. Some weaknesses. Has some work to do in terms of hand placement. Feet are somewhat slow and he's a bit stiff at the hips. Could do a better job with his pad level. He suffered from AFib, irregular heartbeat. While he has been medically cleared to play football, it's still a situation that bears monitoring. So he has a heart issue, that's not good. Oh, fuck. So yeah, that's a big red flag too. So far, every offensive lineman has had a red flag. That's not good. But his NFL comparison is to Andrew Whitworth of the Los Angeles Rams. Now, Whitworth, of course, one of the top offensive linemen in the league, so there's some potential here. Possibly we could get him in the second round. We're just going to have to wait and see, though. So the next lineman we got up here is we have Cody Ford out of Oklahoma. He sits 6'3", weighs 338 pounds, had a 40-yard time of 5.35. Cody Ford is your prototype pass-blocking offensive lineman also, so he's very good at protecting the quarterback. Some strengths. Massive big body mauler with fluid feet. Pure brute strength. Exceptional athleticism for a man of his size. Excels at hand combat in the trenches, fending off pass rush moves and preventing defenders from getting up in his chest. His power really stands out. Does a great job keeping his legs churning upon initial contact and drives through the defender's body. Gets out in front of his runners on screens and bubbles as an aggressive second-level blocker. Praised by coaches for his strong work ethic, his consistent effort on every play shows up on film. Some weaknesses, lack of height. He's only 6'3", which probably means a move back to the inside at the next level. Chugger moving down the line on pull blocks can be late to the spot, so timing is also a problem. Durability can be somewhat of a concern, as he suffered a broken fibula in 2016 and ended his season prematurely, and he also gained an additional 40 pounds during the setback. Also missed 2 games in 2017 due to injury, so he has weight issues and he is injury prone, which that's not good. Only just had 21 career starts in college, 14 at right tackle, 7 at left guard. He lacks extensive experience compared to many of the other offensive line prospects in this draft. He had to be more precise with his leverage at the next level than what was required in the Big 12. His NFL comparison, though, was to Dion Dawkins of the Buffalo Bills, so this is a big time. So he's a big-time gamble. But, if we get him, he could be someone that can protect Stafford, because Stafford took a beating last year. And, we need to improve that offensive line badly. So, maybe look at him. Possibly we could get him in the second round. One of these linemen I mentioned we could get in this possibly in the second round. Next lineman we got here on the list, we got Chris Lindstrom out of Boston College. Stands 6'3", weighs 305 pounds, 40-yard time at 5.17. He's your prototype intangible offensive lineman, so he's pretty good at being good. Yeah. So anyway, some strengths he has. Tremendous grappler who utilizes sound technique along with extremely quick feet. First step off the snap of the ball. Allows him to win an initial leverage battle in the trenches most of the time. Possesses great balance, power, and toughness. Does a nice job on chop blocks. And seeks out a second defender to get a body on. Usually able to square up would-be tacklers. Combo blocks are part of his deal. Takes pride in finishing and consistently steals off his blocking assignment in the run game. But yeah, that's some good strengths about Chris Lindstrom. Some weaknesses he has, tends to dive at opposing off linemen on run plays at time and will totally whiff on occasion, allowing the opponent to have a clean path to the ball carrier. Could stand to do a better job in locating and executing second level blocks faster and more effectively. Doesn't possess elite size and limited arm length. Creates some issues with allowing defenders to get up into his chest, but he possesses average athleticism. His NFL comparison is to Tony Birdstorm with the Washington Redskins. So yeah, a couple problems here, but so yeah, there's some question marks about Lindstrom, but wait and see. Could possibly get him in the second round. Have to wait and see though. And the final lineman I'm gonna go over is Garrett Bradbury of North Carolina State. He's 6'2", weighs 298 pounds, had a 40-yard time of 5 seconds flat. He is your prototype offensive lineman that has quickness, so he's very quick off the ball. Some strengths about him. Versatile and agile offensive lineman, brings a certified toughness. He has knee and hip bender with great flexibility and good hand placement. Possesses fundamentally sound technique, solid footwork along great balance and body control. Team captain, praised for his great leadership by coaches, teammates, and his quarterback. Ability to block on the move makes him an effective second-level blocker in the run game. Didn't allow quarterback pressure during the senior year. Initial quickness and agility often really stand out on tape. Some weaknesses he has, he struggles to generate push and will need to gain some upper body strength in order to prepare for the bigger, stronger defensive lineman at the next level. He dealt with a shoulder injury during his freshman year. Has had some wild snaps out of the shotgun that were off the mark. By the way, he's a center, by the way. But Bradbury, that shoulder injury, so he might be injury prone, because how many more could he have at the next level? But yeah. His NFL comparison, though, is to Corey Linsley of the Green Bay Packers. So yeah. Possibly, if we want, we could go get him at the second round if we want to keep Frank Ragnow at guard. But yeah. So that does it for my review on most of the top NFL offensive line prospects for this year's draft. So yeah, which players do you think stand out from the rest? But yeah, that's all I gotta say this year. That's all I gotta say for the draft class this year. I'll have a couple more draft classes coming up for defensive linemen and linebackers. So yeah, you got those to look forward to. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hope everyone's a great day, and yeah, peace out.